All right, Coach O, how are we doing tonight?
Great. How are you doing?
Good. Good to see you again as always. You know,
Good.
let's
Thank you.
let's get let's get right to it. 9-1 on the season, replacing a lot of skill players that left last year, able to finish fourth in D6 Region 21. Talk about the leadership of your seniors this year that stepped up to guide that way to the successful season so far.
Well, we have 10 seniors this year on our football team, and just awesome quality young men. And that's the reason that we're 9-1. It's 100% because of their leadership. They're great leaders in that they work hard, they shut their mouths, and they do everything that's asked. But more importantly, they do it with their actions rather than just their words. And that's the whole reason we're 9-1.
You know, last season you lost to Kirtland in the second round of the playoffs. How did they use that as inspiration into the summertime and then to project them into this successful season that they've had?
Well, here's what's interesting is, we made the playoffs 3 years in a row. And then, last year we beat a good Rootstown team. Then we go up against Kirtland, who's just that's a whole nother level of football. But it gave us a gauge of like how far we are from that level, that elite level. So it gave us some motivation and a measuring stick of where we're at as a program. Hey, we're a good quality playoff team, but are we there yet to compete for a state championship? And after watching them and seeing them live, and our kids seeing how good they have to be, it helped. It helped our program a lot, and see what our expectations, what it's got to be like to get to that level.
You know, as the season ran on, you guys were rolling right along behind senior quarterback Luke Courtney, the Mr. Do It All of the area. And then all of a sudden you hit a little speed bump along the way in a loss to Lisbon. What did your kids learn from that night to help with them the rest of the season to clinch the EOAC title and move forward to the playoffs?
Well, the thing that we learned from is you can never take anybody too lightly. You can't have a week off. And that's what, it just shows how hard it is to be perfect in a regular season, is that you got to bring your A game every week. And we, just came off a big win at Southern, and a little full of ourselves maybe, and didn't compete at that elite level that we're capable of playing. So it was an eye opener that, like, hey, you can't take anybody too lightly. And obviously they're a good football team too, but yeah, that's about the only lesson we learned from that night.
The defense has only given up 6 points in the last 4 weeks. Something that's not talked about a lot with your squad. The offense gets so much attention. How do you take that effort and use it against a Brookfield team, the 13th seed, moving into this first week of the playoffs?
Well, we did a little study, and right now we have the eighth best point average in the Division 6 in Ohio for our defense. So we've been playing great defense the last couple of weeks. Coach Phillips does a fantastic job with our defense, and our kids rise to his level of expectation. But Brookfield's another beast. They got some great skill kids. They got a great receiver, Christian Davis, and a freshman tailback that's wow, in 3 years he's going to be unbelievable. Rico Smith, and they're very physical up front. So they have overall the best offense I think we're going to see all season up to this point.
You know, last question I have for you, Coach, is home playoff games are so valuable. You coach in front of a community that comes out no matter what the weather is, no matter what the record of their team they cheer on is. How do you use the energy of this home crowd to propel against a good Brookfield team? The last time you played a home football game, it was against Brookfield. So how do you take advantage of playing at home?
Yeah, that's we talked about that today. We're one of the few grass fields around. We let that grass grow a little bit high. We use that as our advantage. We call it our pasture, and I think our kids take pride in that. We're still old school on grass and have some high grass. But our community travels very well. They support their, as athletic director, our community supports our athletics, whether they're home, away. It's girls soccer, boys soccer, volleyball, baseball. They travel. There's many times that we go to away games for football, and we have more fans, or as many fans as the home team does. So it's very, very unique community, and I think our kids are very respond to that. And I expect our crowd to be lights out this Friday night.
Coach, thank you so much for coming on this evening. Best of luck to you on Friday against the 13th seed Brookfield.
All right. Thank you very much.